So when you know exactly what you're gonna sell, this is the next step, right? This is what we have to do in order to make that next step when it comes to get in touch with manufacturers on Alibaba. Okay, this is pretty much the exact same workflow, like the exact same blueprint that you should follow. Even though if you're not getting in touch with them through Alibaba, okay, this is how you should do it in any platform, right? This is the professional way to do it. This is the right way to do it. Again, it really doesn't matter if you're not using Alibaba, if you're using AliExpress or any manufacturer from Europe or the US where they don't use Alibaba. This works for everything. Okay, so once you know exactly what you're gonna sell, we have to get in touch with our manufacturers. Okay, with our business partners, the ones that are gonna help us create our product. Okay, so when it comes to the actual workflow, this is a few steps that you have to follow. 1, 2, 3, 4. But between these steps, there's a few things that we need to talk about. Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna create a Gmail account to have more credibility. Okay, so this is just one example. If you guys don't know what the domain is, Gmail account is basically our email. Okay, our email account or email domain. That's what you're gonna use here. This is an example of what we should do, and this is an example of what we should not do. So an email that would be right, it would be info at the name of my brand. If that's Nike, Adidas, that's gonna be info at nike.com. Whatever your brand name is, whatever your company name is, that's what you're gonna put here. This is gonna work way better. You're gonna have a way better response rate than if you do like your name and my name, like in my case, Oscar7392 at gmail.com. Okay, so you're gonna create a professional business account on Gmail. This is a personal account. Okay, this is the main difference. This is personal. We need a business. We need a professional account. So that's basically what you're gonna do when it comes to like the first the step number 1. You can do it. It's pretty inexpensive. Honestly, you have to get your domain at GoDaddy.com. It's like the most reliable and most used website for this. And then you have to create your Gmail account, okay, through Google here. So that's exactly what you should do. Just create your domain. If your brand name is, I don't know, let's see, I'm just gonna create something up here. And if that's your name, if that's your brand name, you're gonna look up this thing here, search domains. Let's see if this is taken or available. Okay, yeah, we can use this. 0.1 cent for the first year. As you can see, it's pretty inexpensive, and this is exactly what our email will look like. Oh, let me just close this real quick. So it'll be info at this, your brand, Meyun.com. So that's pretty much what we have to do here. And then you have to go, once you purchase that, you have to go to email, Google Workspace to actually create your account. This is in Spanish because I have the Spanish link, but it's pretty much the same thing for everyone. And then, so when it comes to the product specifications, this is very important because you have to know exactly what you want. Okay, you cannot wonder, you cannot guess, because if you guess, if you think you know what you're gonna sell, if you think you know what you want, they're gonna end up selling you what they want to get rid of, what they want to sell, and you're not gonna buy what you want to buy. So those are two different concepts right there. In order to avoid this, in order to get this right, you're gonna create a sheet with your product specifications. This is pretty much it. You can create a PDF with this info, but this is pretty much what this looks like. So let me just like here, okay, replace what is in orange and remove what is in blue. So you're gonna have to remove this just like that, but I'm not gonna do it. It's just to show you guys. So the logo, what is your logo gonna look like? Tell your manufacturer what you want. Tell them what where your company looks like, and everything that comes with that has to do with your product, how it's gonna look like. It's gonna go like this. The logo, the certifications, if you need any kind of permit, any kind of certifications, ask them. Okay, Amazon should have let you know that if you need something, or if it's very obvious, then the manufacturer will be like, okay, yeah, here it is. Like, this is very interesting. This is very important to remember when it comes to getting certifications, getting a permit for some products on Amazon. Those are usually pretty common. Like, the manufacturers are really used to this, really used to like give this out. They're not gonna charge you for this. Like they're very used to like, okay, you need a certification, you need a permit, here it is, give it to Amazon, and that's pretty much it. Now the quality, you have to be very clear on what quality means to you. Okay, does quality mean that your product is gonna be made of leather, wood, plastic? What does quality mean to you? Again, types of material, durability, exactly what does quality mean to you? So yeah, that's something you have to think about. And then the color and finish, what color is it gonna be? If it's gonna be like, if you guys don't know what that is, it's a pretty cool style of color. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's really not shiny at all. It's like matte. That's the opposite of shiny. If you want something like that, you know, the color, the design, how it's gonna look like, it's not the most important thing, but definitely pretty relevant. So accessories you need, if you want to like bundle a bunch of products, if you're selling a pack or something like that, you have to let them know the weight. How much is it gonna weigh? Is it heavy? Is it like, you know, like low weight? That's what they want to know. So if it's waterproof, if it needs to have like some kind of, you know, of something, you need to let them know about that. And the volume, how big is it gonna be, like the dimensions. These people work with centimeters, meters, or inches. So you can just, you know, in the US they usually work with inches, but in Latin America and Europe we usually work with meters and centimeters. Okay, so that's something you can just, I mean, keep in mind that they just work with, they can work with both. Okay, so that's something you need to let them know. And then step number 3, you need to avoid the chit chat via email. So what do I mean by that? So what I mean is that you should not be asking very irrelevant small questions, like very detailed questions. This is not the right time. Okay, I'm talking about when we are going back and forth through email. You need to be very straight to the point. Like you need to be like very straight to the point and clear when we are emailing them. Okay, so when it comes to like email, you know, for going back and forth to email, you need to ask like very broad questions, like, hey, can you help me with this? Yes. Okay, we move on, and then I'm gonna ask him, you know, the nitty gritty details. But if he can't even help me with what I'm asking, what's the point on asking like very detailed, you know, irrelevant questions? I'm not saying what you're asking is irrelevant. I'm just saying that this is just not the right time to ask them, because there's a workflow that we have to follow, and I'm gonna show you guys in a few seconds what that means, you know, to you guys, and how the workflow is gonna go. So avoid the chit chat via email. Just ask the most important questions. Hey, can you help me with this? What's the, you know, timeline? Can we make it this quality? Can we bundle this with my product? Yes or no? That's very straightforward. So step number 4, always send images for more clarification if you need to. Okay, if you need to be like, okay, maybe if there's a language barrier, that sometimes it's, you know, it's hard to speak English with these guys. You need to send images because they do not understand you, and that's okay. If they need more clarification, never send link, always send images. Okay, the reason why is because if you send them an Amazon link or an eBay, you're letting them know how much more or less you're gonna sell your product for, so they know exactly what your plan is, and we don't necessarily want them to know that. Okay, if that makes sense, you know what I mean. So that's definitely something that we do not want to do. And instead, let's just, you know, send them pictures. They could be pictures from everywhere, like Amazon, eBay, Google. That's fine. Just never send like the actual link where they can see the actual price. So the workflow, going back to the workflow, we're gonna reach out to them on Alibaba. I'm telling them something like, please respond to my email. And then your email is with the, you know, it's gonna be with the actual with the actual domain, right? So it's gonna be like that. And if people take you serious, if they're like serious business people, they're not gonna bother to respond in Alibaba. They're gonna email you right away, and that's exactly what we want. So they're gonna email you to here, and then here where is where you start, you know, hey, so you know, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? So Alibaba is gonna be just like a one-time thing. You guys don't want to be in Alibaba because the Alibaba platform for messaging is a disaster. It's pretty disorganized. It's just so bad that this is why we want to whoever responds is the people that we potentially want to work with. Those are the people that we want to take to Gmail. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do here. And then once they are on Gmail, we're gonna take them through WeChat. So we have a faster way of communicating. Okay, so for those who don't know what WeChat is, it's basically the WhatsApp in China. This is pretty much what they use. So this is what we're gonna use with them as well, because this is what China uses, right? This is like, you know, Telegram, WhatsApp. If you guys don't know what WhatsApp is, it's just a messaging platform. I'm sure you guys have seen it before, this thing. Yep, so it's pretty much the same thing. And this is exactly how the workflow is gonna go. If you guys have any questions about this, please feel free to let us know. If you guys have the product specifications, let us know and we will give it to you. Okay, this is Oscar from AMC One Step. We help Amazon brands start and grow their brand, listing images, conversion rate, and much more. So if you need help with any of that, feel free to visit our website and schedule a call with us. Thanks for watching this video. Bye.